If I could describe using only one word, you'd hate me for it, but I'm gonna use the word indescribable. My name is Rachel Petro. I studied abroad in Queensland, Australia at the University of the Sunshine Coast. It's one of those places that I've wanted to go to ever since I was little. The culture, I guess, of Australia and everything about it really fascinated me. It was what I've read on how the people interact with each other and the attitudes of the people in Australia. And it's very similar to me. They're very laid back and outgoing and social, and they kind of just live in the moment, really. It's nice to take a step back and enjoy what's going on right now, and that's really how they were. So I think it really helps kind of a stress level too, because instead of thinking about the future, oh my gosh, I have all this stuff to do, I'm like, look at where I am. I'm in a foreign country that I always wanted to go to, and I'm here and enjoy it right now. And I'll take one step at a time and worry about it the next day. There are a lot of experiences that are a lot of fun to talk about, but one in particular, I guess, it might not be the most exciting one, but it is one that really stood out to me. My best friend that I met in Australia, she's actually from Germany. Her name is Jenny, and we decided one day we're gonna take this spontaneous trip to a place called the Gold Coast, which was a couple train rides away from where we were actually. So it took at least a half day's travel. But when we got there, we decided there's an island that's very close there too. Literally, we just hopped on a little water taxi thing and just went to this island. We had no idea what was on it. We had no idea what to do, how to get around this island, but we did it anyway. So when we got off the water taxi, we just looked around, we're like, I don't know what to do. And the people that were on the water taxi with us started getting on this bus. So we're like, okay, well, I guess we're gonna get on the bus. So we got on and it just started driving. Still had no idea where we were, but we ended up just walking around, and unfortunately it was not the nicest of days, and it started storming, pouring down rain, wind everywhere. It was honestly kind of miserable. We ended up stopping to eat at this little restaurant, and then we went into this little gift shop that was right there, because we were like, well, we're gonna buy an umbrella since it's pouring down rain and we still want to see where we are. So we bought an umbrella, and the lady who was working there actually told us about this little trail that went almost all around the island. So we're like, okay, let's go check that out in this lovely weather. So we bought the umbrella, went out, and as soon as we stepped outside, umbrella blows inside out. Breaks. So that didn't help, but we flipped it back like right side out and kind of just went with it. It was something that helped, and we just walked along. It was kind of like a boardwalk, but there was no shops there. It was literally on the side of this island that was just kind of like on the side of a mountain. And as we kept walking, we ended up seeing some sea turtles, and I think we saw some dolphins too. And then as you keep walking, it got a little more grassy down the hill, so we saw more kangaroos. That is a thing. They are running around almost everywhere, but in the weather that it was, they were just soaking wet, and I was surprised that they were just running around. But that was our first real experience with wild kangaroos, I guess. There were always kangaroos around on our campus, but that was like an everyday thing. They're there, you know, and you expected it. But here, it was so secluded in the middle of nowhere that they felt more wild. I think just being back in America is rough. Nothing against America. Obviously, I love where I live, but like I said, I was very similar to the people in Australia in terms of attitude and style and like taste in music and just all around everything. So going from feeling like I really had a place to fit in to coming back here, I'm not saying I don't fit in, but it's weird not being surrounded by a lot of people that you have similar interests with and get along with. And that's what that's what attracted me towards that. So I tell anyone when they ask me if I would go back, I tell them in a heartbeat, if someone would give me the money for a plane ticket right now, I'd be gone and off to the airport. My experience has changed me as a person in a lot of ways. I guess it's very hard to describe. It's one of the things that you have to get yourself up and go out and do if you really, really want to know about it. I can't tell you everything about it because it's your own experience. It's what you make of it. No one's experience is going to be exactly the same. I think during this experience, I lost myself in the best way possible. I don't mean that I lost my sense of identity, but I let go and I let myself be the person that I've always wanted to be, but for some reason something was always holding me back. But having this experience, it let me be that person just naturally. Like nothing was forced. I was who I was, and just everything fell into place, and it just made you. It was that little piece, I guess, that I needed that just really let me be me. You're in a different country. If you want to, you can be a completely different person and no one's gonna know. You can be whoever you want to. But this allowed me to be the best version of myself that I could have been. So I lost myself in the absolute best way. As I touched on before, no experience is the same. And I can't explain it to you until you actually get up and do it for yourself. That's the best way you're gonna know. I don't think having someone explaining it to you or giving you synonyms on how you felt is gonna give you the same feeling that you're gonna have when you actually do this. So if you really wanna know,